This is the story that we are going to study today. It's called The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Saroyan. ठीक है, चलिए पढ़ते हैं. It's a very interesting story. It's a story about two boys, two very young boys. One is 11, the other is 13. And if you see, they're yeah. Arman Sandhu Sahab. Right. So in this story, The Summer of a Beautiful White Horse, it's a story of two boys. Their names are Aram and Murad. So this is a story about two poor Armenian boys who belong to a tribe whose hallmarks are trust and honesty. Now, what are hallmarks? Hallmarks basically means the identification properties or their qualities. Hallmark is quality. Just give me a minute, children. All right, I'm back again. So this is a story about two poor Armenian boys who belong to a tribe whose hallmarks are trust and honesty. Hallmarks, basically the word means identifying qualities. So what are the identifying qualities of these Armenian boys? Trust and honesty. Now, what does the word Armenian suggest to you? Now, Armenia is a country, a region in the Central Asian region. This is the place where you have Armenia and Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan. All these Central Asian countries are there. So this is where Armenia is located, this area which is called Armenia. And this tribe was an Armenian tribe. Tribe again is a group of ethnic people with common ethnic base. Now, ethnicity means they belong to the same piece of land. They come from the same area and they have the common culture and traditions that they follow. In fact, genetically similar people living and belonging in a particular area can be identified as a tribe. So it's a group of people. Let's begin with the story. One day, back there in the good old days, when I was 9 and the world was full of every imaginable kind of magnificence, and life was still a delightful and a mysterious dream, my cousin Murad, who was considered crazy by everybody who knew him except me, came to my house at 4 in the morning and woke me up, tapping on the window of my room. So what is, if you analyze the beginning of the story, it's like somebody is reminiscing is remembering the good old days. So somebody who is now no longer that age, but is recounting about his childhood. So the narrator of the story is somebody who is recounting about his childhood. He's talking about his childhood and he's grown up now. So one day back in the good old days, when I was 9 and the world was full of every imaginable kind of magnificence. So here again, let us understand the magnificent ceremonies, the grandness, the beauty, and life was still delightful and a mysterious dream when, as a child, everything is new and everything is a challenge and everything is almost a dream come true every minute of your living, every minute you're alive. So that is what childhood is about. And he's talking about his childhood and he's remembering it very fondly. So he says, my cousin Murad. So the narrator is a child, is talking about his childhood and is recalling that he had a cousin called Murad. And this boy Murad was considered crazy by everybody who knew him except me. So maybe everybody called Murad, a half nut, somebody who was barmy and soft in his head. But I really saw him in very good light and I was highly influenced by him. As usually happens, when we are kids, we all are influenced by our older cousins who live with us or are around us, and we look up to them, and they're almost like our heroes. So this Murad, he came early at 4 o'clock in the morning, tapped on the window of his room, and woke him up. And this is the conversation and the story that follows. Aram, he said, I jumped out of bed and looked out of the window. I couldn't believe what I saw. I jumped out of bed. Now, this guy was still asleep. So he jumped out of bed and looked out of the window and he couldn't believe what he saw. And what he saw was something that was out of his imagination. That was not out of his imagination, beyond his imagination. And that's why he was not able to believe what he saw. It wasn't morning yet. So the time of the day when this incident happened it wasn't morning yet. So it was dawn. There was very little light. In fact, it was pre-dawn. There was very little light that was there. So it says it wasn't morning yet, but it was summer, and with daybreak, not many minutes around the corner of the world, it was light enough for me to know I wasn't dreaming. See, the only thing that was there was that he was not dreaming, right? And he knew that because he could see that the dawn was around the corner. So what was it? My cousin Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. And what was the sight? Underline this. This was the sight. My cousin Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. I stuck my head out of the window and rubbed my eyes. Now you can probably here imagine a cartoon character trying to look in disbelief at whatever sight is presented to him. So he said, I stuck my head out of the window and rubbed my eyes. Yes, he said in Armenian. And when he did that, his cousin looked at him and said, yes, it's a horse. There is something, हाँ देख ले घोड़ा है, देख क्या रहा है, तो सपना नहीं देख रहा, अगर चलना है तो साथ भाग के आ. He's like beckoning him to come and join him for a ride. And this boy is still groggy, he's rubbing his eyes coming out of his sleep. I knew my cousin Murad enjoying being alive more than anybody else. Now, this thing is something here. If you underline this, it is something that we can use in the character sketch of Murad. My cousin Murad enjoyed being alive more than anybody else who had ever fallen into the earth, into the world by mistake. But this was more than even I could believe. So Murad, everybody knew was crazy, and this boy knew that Murad was out of the world and that he was very different from the rest of the people around. But Murad, on a horseback in the morning, the first thing that he sees, that even for Aram, that is the name of the boy, Aram, it is really unbelievable. In first place, my earliest memories had been memories of horses, and my first longings had been longings to ride. So he says, the earliest memories of my childhood. Now he was 9 and still he had his earliest memories. And he says, the earliest memories I had were the memories of were the memories of wanting to ride a horse. Longings, the word longing means desires. This was the wonderful part. So you say this was the wonderful part, that the earliest memories I had were memories of riding a horse. And then in the second place, the fact was that they were very poor. So owning a horse, maintaining a horse is a very difficult thing. It's not easy to own a horse and to maintain a horse. It's an expensive hobby. So he says wanting to ride the horse was one thing, but the fact was that we were very poor. So two things which are opposing each other, and therefore they could not ever afford a horse, at least not now. And seeing his cousin therefore on a horseback was all the more shocking, because he knew Murad was not in a position to afford a horse, and seeing him on a horse in the morning therefore was even more surprising for him, in fact shocking. This was the part that wouldn't permit me to believe what I saw. We were poor, we had no money. Please underline this. We were poor, we had no money. Our whole tribe was poverty stricken. Every branch of the Garaglanian family was living in the most amazing comical poverty in the world. We will see why he is calling it comical poverty. But the fact is that everybody of their tribe, every one person of the tribe, the name of the tribe is the Garaglanian tribe. So every one of the Garaglanian family was living in the most amazing, and now you see Garaglanian is an Armenian tribe. So they were they used to be very poor. Nobody could understand. This was the comical part. Nobody could understand where we ever got money enough to keep us with the food in our bellies. So we never could understand how we got money to survive. Not even the old men of the family. Most important of all, though, we were famous for our honesty. So this is one of their hallmarks. These people were famous for their honesty. And like they had been honest for something like 11 centuries, and not just a recent phenomena with them. This tribe was famous for this honesty for last 1100 years. Even when they had been among the wealthiest families in the world. And then again, we were proud first, honest next, and after that we believed in right and wrong. Please underline this as well. This again will form the characteristics of the two boys and the Garaglanian tribe. Just 1 second. So, is this so far clear to you? Is this clear to everyone, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रही है कहानी अब तक क्या हुआ है? अगर नहीं समझ में आया तो आगे जाने का कोई फायदा नहीं है अभी. Give me your reactions. Come on, quick. Put a thumbs up if you understand. All right, can we move forward from here now?
Yes, sir.
All right, very nice. चलो आगे चलते हैं and let's look at this. अभी तक क्या हुआ फटाफट बता देता हूँ. एक छोटा सा लड़का है, वो रात को सो रहा था, सुबह अभी होने वाली है. उसका एक कजिन जो है वो आता है सुबह, उसके विंडो पे नॉक करता है. And he looks, this boy Aram, he looks out of the window. What does he see? He sees that his cousin Murad is sitting on a horse. तो उसको बहुत शॉक लगता है, उसको समझ नहीं आता ये हो क्या रहा है. तो मुराद उससे कहता है अगर राइड पे चलना है तो पुट समथिंग ऑन, जल्दी से कपड़े पहन और आजा, चलेंगे. अब हमको नरेटर जो है वो ये बता रहा है कि उसके लिए इतना शॉकिंग क्यों था. शॉकिंग इसलिए था because they belonged to a tribe which was very poor, and the tribe which was very honest, a tribe which was proud of its honesty. And seeing Murad on a horse, knowing that he could not afford it, that was the shock that Aram had got that morning. And he says now, none of us could take advantage of anybody in the world. Again, this is a hallmark of these people. None of us could take advantage of anybody in the world, let alone steal. तो चोरी तो बहुत दूर की बात थी, हम लोग किसी का फायदा भी नहीं उठाते थे, उसमें भी हमको लगता था कि नहीं हम गलत कर रहे हैं. So consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it so lovely, even though I could hear it breathing so exciting, I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad or with me or any of the other members of the family, of our family, asleep or awake, because I knew my cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse, and if he couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it, and I refused to believe that he had stolen it. So this is the dilemma this boy is facing. What is the dilemma? This is the confusion. He said, I could see the horse. It was magnificent. I could smell the smell of the horse, and he found it very exciting. His breathing sent his blood rushing through his veins. But he could not believe that the horse had anything to do with his cousin or with any of our family. Why? Because he knew that they were very poor and that they were never going to be able to afford a horse. So that means if Murad couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it. But stealing is something that they cannot do because they are members of the Garaglanian tribe, and the hallmark of the tribe is honesty. If you're honest, you cannot steal. And but if Murad was on a horseback and he could not have bought it, he must have stolen it. But as this young narrator, he said, I refused to believe that he had stolen it. No member of the Garaglanian family could be a thief. But that's a very grand statement. No member of the Garaglanian family could be a thief. I stared first at my cousin, then at the horse. There was a pious stillness. Pious means holy. And humor in each of them, which on the one hand delighted me and on the other frightened me. What delighted him, children? The sight of his cousin on a horseback, beckoning him to come and join for a horse ride. That sight was delightful to a boy whose earliest longings and desires had been to be able to ride a horse. You know, it's like the boys wanting to have a big cylinder bike, wanting to ride a Harley Davidson or a Triumph, or maybe paint the town red in a Ferrari. You know, the childhood dreams, right? And then imagine your friend out of your house in the earliest hours of the morning, honking on his bike and asking you to come and join him for a ride around the town. Now that is exciting. So that is what is being discussed here. He said that no member of the Garaglanian family could be a thief, but that was what was frightening. He said, because the sight was so exciting, my cousin had a horse and he was calling me. And the other thing was that if he cannot afford the horse and he has a horse, he must have stolen me. So that was the part which frightened him. So he called out from the window and he asked, Murad, where did you steal this horse? उसने मुराद से सीधे ही पूछ लिया, कहाँ से लिया ये, कहाँ से चुरा के लाया ये घोड़ा? अब मुराद का जवाब जो है, that is like not telling him the answer. He's not lying. He's simply not telling the truth. So here we'll see the difference in the manner of saying the things. Murad said Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? Leap out of the window, he said, if you want to ride. So Murad's answer was, अगर तेरे को घोड़े पे सवारी करनी है, अगर राइड करनी है मेरे साथ, तो चुपचाप बाहर आ जा. सवाल पूछना जरूरी नहीं है. You don't need to ask questions. If you want to ride, you come. Period. It was true then. He had stolen the horse. There was no question about it. So in his heart, this young narrator knew that the horse had been stolen. And Murad had come to him to invite him to ride or not, as I chose. He said, and Murad was here because he knew how excited I was about horses and how interested I would be in a horse ride. Murad had not come here to explain himself. Murad had come here to invite me for a ride, whether